figures appearing from nowhere, glowing mists escaping into the air, people saved from danger by a force unseen. Coincidence? Or something divine? Watch closely. These moments will make you believe that miracles really happen. In another video, a man was seen trying to cross the road while a car approached him from behind. He either didn't seem to notice or didn't care enough. Right as the car was about to hit him, a helper ran towards him. In the blink of an eye, both disappeared from the road, reappearing safely on the sidewalk. How did they get there? People believed the man possessed some supernatural ability and that the helper wasn't exactly needed, while skeptics weren't convinced, thinking the whole thing was edited. If you don't believe in miracles, this clip will definitely make you think. Surveillance camera on a road captured a bizarre moment. A little girl was crossing the road when two cars were approaching. After dodging one, she was about to be hit by the second when a figure appeared, picked her up, and placed her safely on the other side. The drivers, stunned by what they saw, got out to check on the girl. She was fine, though likely scared by the sudden commotion. I don't usually believe in spirits and angels, but it seemed like her guardian angel knew exactly what to do. Close call. The footage captured an ordinary day with a man stepping out of a store, shopping bags in hand, totally unaware he's seconds away from disaster. Then it happens. A sudden explosion rips through the building behind him. Glass shatters, debris flies, and the street is swallowed in smoke and rubble. The person somehow remained untouched. Just a few more steps slower and the story might have ended differently. It's all caught on a security camera. That's the kind of close call that makes you question how many near misses we pass through without ever realizing. Street Savior. A strange video caught the internet's attention, and for good reason. It showed a woman pushing a stroller, crossing the street, when suddenly, a car came speeding straight toward them. In that exact moment, something unreal happened. A man appeared out of nowhere, just a blur, and in the blink of an eye, the woman and child were on the other side of the road, completely unharmed. Witnesses claim no human could move that fast. Many believed it was a guardian angel in human form, but skeptics weren't buying it, insisting the video had been digitally altered. Still, for something that looked like a miracle, no one's been able to explain it convincingly. Miracle ride. A cyclist was cruising down the road on what seemed like any other day, completely unaware he was just seconds away from chaos. Out of nowhere, a red car slammed into an oncoming truck, sending debris flying everywhere and right into the cyclist's path. Caught in the middle of the chaos, you'd expect the worst, but somehow, miraculously, he walked away without a single scratch. It almost feels impossible to survive a crash like that. Maybe all that flying debris somehow shielded him, or maybe there was a guardian angel quietly watching over, protecting him from the worst. Even more fortunately, no casualties or injuries were reported in this incident. Drivethru. A CCTV camera caught something straight out of a sci-fi movie. At a busy intersection, a police car and a truck casually approached the traffic lights. Suddenly, a third vehicle zipped through the frame at an almost impossible speed. What really left everyone baffled wasn't just the pace. It appeared to phase right through the truck and the police car. While skeptics argued it was just a glitch in the video, others were convinced it was a display of teleportation or advanced cloaking technology. Some theorized it could even be a time traveler's vehicle, briefly crossing into our dimension. Human shield. A security camera captured one of the closest calls imaginable. A couple was crossing the street, pushing a stroller, completely unaware that a speeding car had just blown through a red light. Within a fraction of a second, everything could have ended, but another driver, who had the right of way, pulled forward at just the right moment, unintentionally shielding the family. They took the full force of the impact, sparing 3 lives without even realizing it. A horrifying near miss, prevented by a stranger, maybe fate, maybe just timing, or maybe a guardian angel in plain sight. Reckless crossing. This is why one must never cross a road carelessly. CCTV footage captured a woman crossing a road. She didn't even look both ways before stepping into the street. She kept walking lazily, which was quite reckless. Then a speeding car came out of nowhere and in what seemed impossible avoided her by a hair's breadth. That really brought her out of her trance. Had the driver been a little late to swerve, this would have ended up quite differently. From nowhere. The driver who recorded this dashcam footage probably wasn't expecting anything strange that day, just a regular drive down a busy highway. But things took a sharp turn. As the car rounded a bend, a van came into view from the opposite direction. It moved slowly, nothing unusual, until he appeared. Out of nowhere, a man dropped onto the road, right next to the van's front tire. No doors were open, no one stepped out, he just materialized. Too far forward to have fallen from the van, too sudden to be a simple video glitch. Some say it looked like a portal had opened, others called it a camera trick, but for a brief second, it looked like reality lagged. Dream Drifter. Most of us have had that weird dream, floating, falling, or just watching ourselves from outside. Then, we jolt awake like we've been yanked back. Some researchers think that's exactly what's happening, that while we sleep, something within us might actually drift away, only to snap back when it's time to wake up. That theory got a spooky boost when a surveillance camera caught a shadowy figure leaving a man's body as he slept. But surprisingly, this wasn't his last moment. And when he watched the video after waking up, he couldn't believe his eyes. Was it his spirit, his dream self, or just a trick of the light? Whatever it was, it's hard not to wonder where we really go when we sleep. Out of nowhere. This CCTV footage has some seriously bizarre stuff going on. At first, there's no one near the pole, but then, bam. A man just shows up out of nowhere like he stepped through an invisible door. It's almost like he teleported in, which is kind of wild to think about. Could this be some kind of glitch in the camera? Maybe, but still, the idea of teleportation, whether it's real or just a weird illusion, is mind-blowing. Makes you wonder if there's something we still don't understand about the world around us. What do you think? Tech malfunction or something stranger? Near miss. The video shows a strange, pale figure standing motionless in the middle of a dark road. It wasn't just eerie, it was bone-chilling. The car ahead swerved sharply to avoid hitting it, barely missing the silhouette, and then it vanished. Some who watched the clip claimed it looked like a ghost. Others swore it resembled an alien. Its limbs oddly long, its movement too calculated. No one knew where the footage was taken, but many pointed out that the road looked like one of those infamous routes where travelers had long reported ghostly encounters. Whatever it wasn't something you'd want to meet alone at night. Unlikely hero. Guardian angels come in all shapes and sizes, and this video is proof. A street surveillance camera filmed a girl walking down the road when suddenly a car pulled up near her and its front door opened. The driver must have asked the kid to get in as she recoiled and called out for help. There wasn't a soul in sight, but who needs people when you've got a dog like this? It sprinted up to the car and started barking aggressively, ultimately chasing it away and saving the girl. Sometimes fate truly sends you an angel in the form of an animal. Split spirits. People talk about demonic possessions, and it's hard to picture how they go down. If you've been wondering, this footage might give you a clue. The camera caught a man talking on the phone when something misty, humanoid, drifted right out of him. He didn't flinch or react, just kept talking. But the figure, it floated over to another man walking nearby, and just like that, slipped into him. The man froze mid-step, as if something or someone just took the wheel. So what do you think the spirit was? Many agreed that it was indeed a demon, while skeptics weren't so sure, claiming it was a camera glitch. Tapped by fate. A video began making the rounds. Unsettling, eerie, and impossible to explain. It shows a man standing outside a store minding his own business. Then a stranger walks by, calmly. He gently taps the man's shoulder before continuing down the street. Confused, the man turns. Just in time, a metal grid suddenly launches from the back of a passing white van, right where he was standing. He ducks, barely escaping disaster. The uploader claimed the man was himself from another dimension, sent back to save his life. Others believe it was no man at all, but the angel of death, not here to collect, but to spare. In Celtic folklore and Jewish mysticism, that angel sometimes appears as someone familiar, sometimes as you. Highway missed. Near the highway overpass, a two-car head-on collision caused chaos. Another driver had swerved into the wrong lane. Emergency crews rushed in with their flashing lights and sirens. But while responders worked, a bystander recorded something strange. A bright mist rising slowly from the wreckage. At first, it looked like smoke, nothing unusual at a crash site. But as the scene cleared and the aftermath sank in, that mist took on a different meaning. It didn't move like smoke. It drifted with purpose, gently lifting away. Some who saw it couldn't shake the feeling, like something or someone was leaving. Street levitation. Out on the street, a man quickly drew a crowd around him, and honestly, who wouldn't stop? He was levitating, not an illusion of balance, not even close. His body hovered off the ground, feet dangling mid-air, with nothing supporting him except one hand pressed flat against a nearby wall. Some insisted it was an elaborate prank, maybe magnets, maybe mirrors, but others weren't so sure. They said the man barely moved, eyes closed, like he was channeling something beyond explanation. That strange stillness, that perfect lift, it made you wonder if gravity had simply decided to look the other way. Jesus statue moves. Take a look at this clip from a Mexican chapel that showed the crucified statue move. Now this is what you call a true miracle. As people prayed, the statue's head moved a little downward. Although these places are known to have such unexplainable presence, it's crazy to see them unfold in real life. Believers were sure it was Jesus' presence in the Holy Chapel. Online skeptics questioned if it was just a glitch, but with no confirmation, the clip remained a mystery. Disappearing guy. This one's definitely going to leave you scratching your head. A guy was reviewing his home security footage when he saw something that made him stop dead in his tracks. A figure, all covered up, entered the backyard in the dead of night. Nothing too weird at first, but then things took a strange turn. The guy picked something up from the ground, and as soon as he did, it started glowing. Like glowing bright enough to light up the whole yard, and then poof, he just vanished like he stepped into thin air. Was it a portal? Some high-tech gadget? No one knows what he grabbed, but it sure looks like he was using something to disappear. Gym haunting.
That someone was in the building at 10 after 1. All I saw was these sort of dancing orbs.
By day, it's just your average gym. By night, something else entirely. At KSE Fitness in Orchard, strange things started happening after owner Kevin Cunningham installed motion-sensitive cameras. One night, he got an alert. There was movement inside the gym after hours, but when he checked the footage, there were no people, just orbs. Dozens of them. Floating, swirling, even dancing. He called in a digital expert, hoping it was dust, but the expert ruled that out. He didn't say it was supernatural, but he also couldn't explain it. Some believe these are spirits, lost between realms, or maybe just trying to find their way back into ours.
Reported all over the world. Tends to be associated with very powerful haunted sites.
Jesus caught on video. A passenger, looking out the window, was recording the dark skies when he spotted a sight that left him in complete shock. Suddenly, a humongous humanoid figure emerged, only to disappear after a few seconds. The figure's features resembled the modern depictions of Jesus. Posting the clip online, a debate raged on, where some thought the figure in the sky was indeed Jesus itself, while others suggested it might be a glitch in the sky. Split reflection. A video from Argentina left people unsettled. A college professor was about to begin his lecture, routine stuff, until he noticed something off. His reflection in the glass behind him. It wasn't copying his movements. While he sat still, the reflection shifted slightly, like it had a mind of its own. The professor, who says he doesn't even believe in ghosts, admitted he couldn't explain it. Some people thought it was a hoax, maybe edited, but others swore they saw another face in the window. Just for a second, glitch in the glass, a parallel version of him, or something watching? Whatever it wasn't just a reflection. Stairway to heaven. Back in 2017, a shocking incident took place on Georgia State Route 347. During all the chaos, someone snapped a photo at the scene, and what it captured has left people questioning everything they know about the afterlife. A brilliant beam of light streamed down from the sky, striking the exact spot where the event took place. But that's not all. Within the light, Clear as day, was a bright, human-like shape. It appeared to be rising, reaching toward the sky. People had conflicting views. Some chalked it off as a beam of light caused by a camera effect, but the relatives were certain it was the stairway to heaven, inviting the departed souls.
I'm at peace with this because I know that they're all in a better place than we are now.
Alpine Angels. A video filmed near the Swiss Alps has left people rattled and a little awestruck. The man behind the camera had been hearing strange noises echoing from the mountains near his village. One night, curiosity won. He grabbed a flashlight, his phone, and climbed toward the sound. At the summit, the footage captured two towering figures, roughly 3.5 meters tall, moving in the dark. They weren't just wandering, they appeared to be interacting with a lightning rod, as if pulling energy from it. He called them angels, not glowing or winged, but otherworldly all the same. He said they didn't feel hostile, just powerful, and after that night, he no longer believes we're alone. Stone Mover. A Japanese TV show invited a man who claimed to have supernatural powers. Sounds like a stunt, right? But what happened next had even the skeptics leaning in. The cameras rolled as he approached a massive stone half buried in the ground. He didn't touch it, just hovered his hands above it, made a few slow, deliberate gestures, and then it moved. The stone shifted, it rose, all on its own, the whole movement, captured live, with everyone watching. Some said it had to be a trick, hidden tech, maybe magnets, but others weren't so quick to dismiss it. After all, if he fooled us, he fooled everyone. Angelic Orb. When we think of angels, we often picture glowing, winged humanoids, but biblical descriptions tell a different story. Beings with multiple faces, countless eyes, or even appearing as brilliant spinning wheels. Recently, a woman claimed to have witnessed something extraordinary, a glowing orb hovering above her house. The most startling part, the orb seemed to ripple and respond when she spoke about Jesus.
Jesus loves me. Oh, you know Jesus.
Was this a celestial being, a sign from above, or simply an unexplained natural phenomenon? Whatever it was, it left her and those who've seen the footage in awe.
Can you talk to me?
Glowing visitor. A mysterious photo has been making the rounds, and it's left people genuinely puzzled. Captured by a man's night vision camera, it shows a glowing young man. Here's the weird part. The homeowner swore it wasn't him, said he wasn't that slim. In the profile, you can clearly make out a nose, chin, short sleeves, and even what looks like bangs brushing the forehead. The photo showed no light source that could explain the shape, nothing reflective or unusual. So, who was it? Some say it was a pure spirit dropping in for a visit, maybe even a guardian angel who got a little too visible. Others are convinced it's just another elaborate hoax. Wandering soul.
Someone goes into my
right
chest.
there, yeah.
Right into me.
We usually imagine souls drifting off, but what if some get lost on the way out? That's what one woman started to believe after a visit to Wilson Castle, a grand old 19th century estate with a ghostly reputation. She'd noticed strange feelings, cold drafts, even whispers. So she set up a camera, and that night, while she and a friend slept, it caught something odd. A small glowing orb floated into the room, hovered, then sank into her friend. Moments later, it popped back out and vanished. Now they're convinced it wasn't just dust or light tricks, but the spirit of a Victorian soul still wandering and still looking for a way back.
There it goes, right out of my chest.
Yeah, there it goes.
Wow.
Yep. That's what it was.
Spirit in water. On November 21st in Davao del Norte, something happened that left witnesses speechless. As rescue crews worked along the riverbank, a ghostly sight was caught on camera by Chanel Gutierrez. In the footage, a faint figure, misty and human-like, and appeared to walk just above the water's surface. It was the same spot where a man had tragically drowned. He jumped in to save a stray dog, pushing it to safety, but got pulled under by the current. Moments later, as the team searched for him, his spirit seemed to rise, visible to those watching. A chilling sight that made many believe he stayed just long enough to say goodbye. Guardian shot. A mysterious photograph taken by a 7-year-old boy on a plane sparked a lot of buzz online. The boy, Asher, snapped the picture out of the airplane window during a flight home from visiting his older brother. When his mother saw the image, she immediately thought it might be Asher's guardian angel watching over him. Asher, who was born with Down syndrome, has been a source of love and inspiration for his family since day one. His mother, Carrie, embraced every part of his journey. Though many people debated what the glowing figure in the photo really was, Carrie stood firm. This photo was taken by Asher out the window, and it was as real as could be. Orb Entity. A security camera captured something eerie one quiet night. A glowing ball of light triggered the motion sensor. Floating smoothly across the yard, it drifted closer, then passed right through a glass window. There was no sound of any breakage, it just vanished into the house. At first it looked like a simple glitch, maybe dust or a bug reflecting light, but the way it moved was slow and deliberate, almost as if it was aware. The whole thing felt off. Some netizens said it resembled the orbs often seen in paranormal footage, spirits maybe, or energy forms. Whatever it was, it didn't follow the rules of light or physics. Jesus in the clouds. Is it the human ability of pareidolia, or need to find signs in mundane things? Whatever it is, it's sure led to a lot of strange sightings, like this one. Residents of a town gathered when rumors of a divine presence in the sky went viral. An odd formation that looked like a prostrating human in the clouds left many thinking it was the Jesus' figure. People started praying in awe of the strange sight. Do you think this figure was actually Jesus or something that people imagined? Let me know in the comments. Shadow Defender. This CCTV footage stunned everyone who saw it. A man was walking home late at night with another figure trailing close behind. From the way he moved, it was clear something wasn't right. After a while, the follower lunged, attempting to rob the man, but then something unbelievable happened. A misty, human-like form emerged from the man being attacked. It wrestled with the would-be thief, forcing him back with movements no ordinary person could pull off. The attacker fled, terrified, and then the shadow quietly returned to the man's body. Some called it a guardian angel. Others claimed it was a ghost that had borrowed the man and forgot whose fight it was. Loyal Spirit. One quiet night, a man heard a low growl outside his trailer. Thinking it was nothing, he checked the security footage just to be sure, but what he saw gave him chills. A smoky figure, small, four-legged, drifted before slowly fading into the night. It was just a faint shape and that familiar sound. He's convinced it was his childhood dog back for one last visit, a silent guardian making sure he was okay. Makes you wonder, do the bonds we share with our pets ever really break, or do they find a way to stay just out of sight, but never too far? Miracle in church.
No, there's something that
Back on October 5th, 2019, during a peaceful worship gathering at Vineyard Church of Anaheim, something unexpected happened. A few attendees noticed a strange glow and asked security to review the footage. When the cameras were checked, one clip stood out. A glowing figure seemed to glide gently above the worshippers, almost as if floating. The moment didn't interrupt the gathering, but those who saw the video later felt something stirred. Some said it was just a trick of the light. Others weren't so sure. They watched the footage again and again, convinced it was something more. I'll let you decide, angelic spirit or just an illusion. Silent Mist. A team of Japanese scientists launched a curious experiment that left everyone puzzled. Using advanced tech, they aimed to relax the body completely, hoping to catch something unusual on camera. After almost an hour, a strange mist appeared near the woman's face, though no one in the room saw it with their own eyes. The mist slowly took shape, becoming a ghostly figure that drifted away, then circled back. What's wild is that this eerie event never happened again. Without much fanfare, the team quietly stepped away from the project. Sometimes science brushes up against the unknown, and it's better left alone.
Beam or figure? standing here on the waterfront in Hoboken, New Jersey when he captured the heavenly image.
During the 2016 tribute ceremony for the September 11th victims, something truly strange occurred. Two powerful beams of light shot up into the sky and an extraordinary image appeared above them. A photographer captured the unusual sight, and it quickly became a global sensation, sparking countless interpretations. Some believed it was simply a cloud formation, while others were convinced it was the apparition of an angel. Regardless of its origin remaining unknown, many believe the image in the tribute lights was a divine presence blessing the souls of the departed.
Enlarged it a little bit. I said, "What's that white light up there?" And when I enlarged it and I kept enlarging, I said, "Wow, this is amazing."
Mysterious halo. We all know how angels are portrayed in the media, with halos over their heads, but what does it mean if a human has one? A tourist in China was filming the streets when they spotted something strange in the crowd. A man in a hoodie was walking when suddenly something flashed above his head, a hovering ring of light. And then it blinked out, but that wasn't all. The mysterious man then started running. The cameraman chased him, but as they caught up, the man vanished right before their eyes. The internet was divided. Some believed it was an angel trying to stay hidden, while others thought it was someone who had passed away, explaining the halo. Blinding light. This one's hard to explain. CCTV footage shows a routine traffic stop. An officer pulls over a car, walks up with a flashlight in hand. Everything seems normal. Then suddenly, the officer begins to glow. He lights up like a beacon. His silhouette is barely visible through the brilliant white light. It lasts only seconds. And then he's on the ground, flat on his back. The driver stayed still, never moving. Some say it was a psychic attack, an energy discharge from the man in the car. Others think it was something far stranger, that someone or something was trying to extract the officer's soul. Whatever happened, it didn't look human. Cloud figures. A plane passenger caught something strange, figures, standing on the clouds. The video went viral fast, humanoid shapes casting long shadows against the sky. They looked small from the plane, but experts pointed out, for them to cast shadows like that at cruising altitude, they'd have to be over 50 meters tall. People were stunned. Some called them angels, watching over humanity, unmoving yet somehow alive. Others swore you could see slight movement if you zoomed in. Skeptics said it was just light, shadow, and coincidence. But there's something about those figures. Too symmetrical, too precise. If they weren't beings, what cast those shadows? Shadow farewell. In March 2021, an American citizen was involved in a critical accident that triggered a desperate rush for medical care. The injured individual was airlifted by helicopter to a nearby hospital, with every second crucial for life-saving treatment. But as the helicopter took off, something inexplicable was captured on camera. A shadowy, eerie figure seemed to emerge from the aircraft. This unsettling image raised many questions. Shortly after the helicopter departed, the patient was pronounced no longer alive. The mysterious shadow sparked speculation among those who believe in the supernatural. Could this figure have been the soul leaving the body at the very moment of transition? Angelic Light. A desperate mother had turned to faith when her daughter's pneumonia took a turn for the worse. Doctors had done all they could and were preparing her for the worst. Then something strange happened. A bright light appeared outside the hospital room. Caught on camera, it hovered there, motionless. Staff described it as having the shape of an angel, its glow focused entirely on the child's bed. Moments later, it vanished into the night. But what followed left everyone speechless. The little girl's condition began to improve, rapidly. Within hours, she was stable, then healthy. Her mother still believes it wasn't medicine, but something divine. Some called it coincidence. She calls it a miracle. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.